All right, YouTube, what is up, man? It's your boy Damn D. Now, previously I posted a video about Drake. Now has access to Kendrick Lamar's contract. And I gave my opinion on that. And it's very interesting. Like I said, I don't understand Drake's logic in that because once again, he benefited, because the lawsuit said that UMG will finally have to unreveal how they profit from misinformation and how they allow Kendrick Lamar to do what he did and they benefit from beef. Well, Drake, do you know that you benefited? That UMG also benefited from you when you was beefing with other people? So I don't understand this. I just don't get it because what Drake is suing over is the same thing that he profited himself. It really makes no sense. It really truly makes no sense. I don't see how the pot is calling the kettle black. But the Breakfast Club is going to talk about this. So let's see what they got to say. All right, let's get it.
A victory in court in the legal back and forth that he's having right. So Drake just got a victory in court in the legal back and forth that he's having right now with Universal Music Group. So yesterday, Judge Jeanette Vargas in New York denied Universal Music Group's request to stay discovery. So Universal Music Group was saying, yo, can you pause on this whole discovery, letting us let Drake and team get into our business until we explore the motion to dismiss this whole thing that they had asked. They want it thrown out. They say it's BS. He's just mad because he lost a rap battle. Right. A judge said, well, we're still going to, that motion to dismiss, it's still going to happen. And they set a date for that. But no, I think that the discovery thing can happen and should happen. So I'm not going to say that we're going to stop it. This is a big deal.
What that mean now, though?
That means that Drake and team can go in and do what they've been saying that they wanted to do for a very long time. They can go in, they can look at the contracts, including things that are in relation to Kendrick Lamar, emails, phone conversations, basically just come in and get all in the business of communications and processes and operations and all of that stuff.
I seen that yesterday. So they'll be able to get Kendrick's contract to UMG, his signing contract and his deals and all that? That sounds crazy.
Well, they haven't done it.
That's weird. Like, now Drake is going to know how much money he makes and like, that's insane. That is insane. But once again, does that mean that Kendrick can now get Drake's contract? Right? So right now, I think it's gonna be an eye for an eye. So I think Kendrick Lamar people should also request during the discovery Drake's contract and see what he got going over there and see how he benefited. See, if I was a lawyer, if I was Kendrick lawyer, I'd be like, okay, cool. Now, let me see Drake's contract. Let me see if he benefited from UNG promoting his diss songs about other people. The same way you're accusing my client. But I ain't no lawyer, though.
Yeah, they just got the go ahead to be able to move forward. I don't know specifically which contracts they're asking for, but I think that I don't know why would they need a signing contract.
What are they going to discover that they don't already know though? That the machine puts a little extra oomph behind records that are already moving, just like I'm sure they're doing with Nokia right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
it's the truth. What are they going to find out?
I think what they're trying to go in.
Exactly. I don't understand it.
And to find out is like any wrongdoing of the machine making oomph and all that stuff.
They're wrong. If it's wrongdoing, then it's typical record industry practices that have been going on since the beginning of time. That people like Drake have benefited from, that people like Kendrick have benefited from, that all of their artists benefit from.
But what if it's not? What if it's none? That's going to make you look crazy.
Yeah, we talk about
ain't even no foul play, nothing going on.
It's like a baseball player looking for steroids and you're like, oh, it's the same stuff I've been using. whether you know you was using it or not.
Yeah. No, but to Jess's point, we talked about this on the podcast yesterday, the latest with Lauren LaRosa. Mm-hmm. I said that if there's nothing found, he just looks like a crybaby. It's just like, you know what I mean? But if there is things found, and it can be something small, like it could be one employee that happened to maybe send an Uber or send a gift or something that can be.
Uber.
I mean, because you have certain rules.
Kendrick Lamar getting an Uber?
No, I just mean like there's certain rules. A big one. Not the little. There's certain rules around like bribery and I'm sure I don't know the rules when it comes to radio, but I know like.
But that's not going to be in the contract. And the sad thing about it is
it's not going to be in the contract.
It's not just contracts though.
Stupid.
It's not just contract.
But if you look at a judge, does a judge know exactly about the music industry to see what he's giving permission for? Like giving up Kendrick's contract, and I don't know what's in Kendrick's contract, but giving up how much money he's making and the money that's spent, that's nobody's business but Kendrick and his label. Like, why would that want to go to somebody else?
But that's only one.
That's insane. That's insane.
part of it, and I think once we see which contracts they pull and which information they focus on, we can kind of better understand, why they did that. Another part of it was, remember they talked about the bots or whatever, that they said they alleged that Kendrick was Drake.
The same bots that have been used for all artists. All Drake is going to expose the secrets that have helped him too. And I don't know the secrets, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
That's just standard record business practices.
I thought it was standard record business practices.
All of this stuff, the bots, the everything. What are you talking
The
about?
bots don't matter no more because Drake's team yesterday in court said that they've exchanged some, letters back and forth, and they're withdrawing those claims. They're going to focus on other stuff. They really are trying to, I think, figure out the bigger picture of this. It's like the money that was put into bigger things, not a few random.
That's what they're looking for. The money that's put into Spotify, that's put into streaming service, that's put into radio, that's put into TV. That's what they're
The
looking
same
for.
money that's been put into Drake.
It's the same thing that Drake benefited from. So I don't understand this. They're gonna find out that the same stuff that they're accusing Kendrick of, Drake also benefited of. Like, this is the dumbest thing ever.
Drake for the last decade. What are we talking about? I was like, come on.
These are streaming farms is what they backed away from
You
yesterday.
think all artists haven't been beneficiaries of that because of these labels? Why are we acting clueless here, people?
Well, Drake's lawyer spoke out yesterday when this was released. There was a short press release, and at the bottom he had a one-line statement. He said, "Now it's time to see what UMG was so desperately trying to hide." Now, I did reach out to UMG for a comment on this and have not heard back yet.
I don't think UMG's trying to hide. I think UMG doesn't want to have to open the books for this artist, and then they have to do it for every other artist. So they're just trying to protect UMG. I don't think they have anything to hide.
Battery and somebody else back.
Well, maybe Drake needs to see this for his own good, because maybe he thinks Tootsie Slide really went number one because it was a good record and that record was trash. Maybe he thinks Slime You Out went number one because it was a good record and that record was
Exactly. Big facts. Maybe Drake honestly think it's him by himself. Drake is definitely drinking his own Kool-Aid because he thinks that he is number one all by himself. It has nothing to do with the record label pushing his songs. It has nothing to do with Spotify giving him his own category. It has nothing to do with that. It's all Drake. Like, this is dumb.
Slime You Out went number one after we talked about it in here. I remember.
I don't remember any of it.
I do.
But all I'm simply saying is maybe he needs to see that for his own benefit. Because you've been a beneficiary of these performance-enhancing drugs as well.
Well, UMG actually, they're arguing that the whole discovery evidence gathering process would be premature. It would impose undue burdens on them, especially given the potential that the case could be dismissed. So they're saying, we don't mind the discovery, but just wait. Let's have the dismissal conversation first, because
Which makes sense.
if it's going to be dismissed, why we got to put all these resources and time and energy to do all this? So we'll see what happens.
Nobody's winning but the lawyers.
Hey, y'all, it's Lauren LaRosa from The Breakfast Club. Sorry to interrupt.
All right.
They claim that Young Thug didn't.
All right, so there we go with that, man. So y'all leave a comment down below. This literally makes no sense, like I said. Nothing that UMG, nothing that Kendrick Lamar lawyers is trying to expose is nothing new. Everybody know that the record label gives special benefits and special perks and, will go over and beyond to push a record. Every artist does that. When you are the main artist, when you have a major song, they're gonna push it. So this is literally the dumbest lawsuit I ever seen. So that is the Breakfast Club opinion about it. Y'all leave a comment down below, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. And once again, another point that was valid is when all said and done and nothing happens, Drake is going to look like a sore loser. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think this lawsuit don't have any legs to stand on. And at the end of the day, Drake is going to look like a sore loser, and he's just going to bury himself even more in his own grave. It's your boy Dan B. I'm signing out, man. Peace.